Good morning, everybody. I've been looking forward to this one, especially once I discovered the milk frothing thing. So this is a chocolate raspberry. It's a small batch, medium roast, but it's a chocolate raspberry that smells. It permeates the area that it sits in. So, I mean, even with the bag closed, but even with the bag open, oh my God, this is so good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the kettle, get it up to appropriate. We're going to go grams, grams. I keep getting them backwards. I just know that it should be around 30, but 30 seemed like a bunch. So, I had to throw away a little bit, so maybe we'll go a little lighter. We'll go a little less. 25. 25 seems good. Does this make it 26? No. 25 grams. So it says 25 grams there. And we're going to grind this up while the water's heating up. And we'll go from there. This time, I'll remember to put the top back on. And crank it up to about 15 this time. See if that does anything. You can also press this for a quick grind, but I've never used that. Paper filter. This has worked out really well. I've been able to use every drop, which is kind of nice because you get to the, like I said yesterday, you kind of get to the bottom, and it's very silty. So we want the least amount of silt as possible. And you can get these AeroPress. You can get an AeroPress. I think I saw them at Meijer in the coffee aisle. So you can get an AeroPress. And I would assume wherever you can get an AeroPress, you can get the AeroPress filters. I mean, we're living in a world where I don't know about logic anymore, but that seems logical to me. Okay. So this smells so wonderful. The raspberry is just overwhelming. You don't get any chocolate. You get coffee and you get raspberry, and that is all that you get to start with. But then when you taste it, look at that, all fits. 25 grams. 25 grams is perfect. Remember that from now on. So I suppose we'll stick this in here. The lip here matches the lip here, so it sits in there fairly easily, and I can grab it like this to pull it out because there's just no way to do that. If I put it in there, I'll have to fiddle with it for a minute before I put the water in. So, oh gosh, we're only at 130. Okay. Some people have said to me that I should enjoy this time off since it's okay, and I haven't really been able to give myself space to be okay. It's really difficult. I mean, you grow up being told that, you have to do something. You can't just not move. And I just think that that's... upon reflection, at an age where I can look back and see what I've gone through, it's horrible advice. You can't stay stagnant. Of course you can. You can stop. You can stop for a little bit and not. I mean, that's perfectly viable. And it's just this culture of, starting at kindergarten and going through, your retirement. It's like you don't stop. And then you retire, and then you're too broken to do anything. And it's like, what's the point? Ugh. Existential. Sorry. I'm just 160. We'll live with that. It's just been I don't know. Sitting alone with my thoughts has just not been conducive to my health, I don't think. It's just, it's not like I've just been sitting. I've been doing these and I've been editing, and I've been trying to figure out something to do with all of the stuff I have all over my walls downstairs. I thought maybe I'd take once a day, take a shelf that I've been meaning to dust and take everything off that shelf and then just show everything that's on that shelf. This is already, look, I just put the water in, excuse me. I just put the water in and it's already hot and I can barely touch it. That's just hilarious to me. Like one shelf a day, just taking everything off of it, dusting the shelf off, and then just showing what's on the shelf. This is what's on this shelf, and maybe even get into why it's on the shelf, even though a lot of them I'm like, some of them I don't even remember how I acquired that stuff because they've just been sitting there for so long. That's good and tight. All right, let's get some magic going here. And today, like I said, I'm going to do the cold. I'm going to try cold frothing, I'm going to start out hot, start out max, and when it starts doing things, I'm going to turn it down. Until then, I'm going to give my little cup. This is the smallest cup I own. It's definitely not an espresso cup. It's more like a teacup, I guess. Corning. Ah, yes, Corning. Baking only? Baking only. No micro, oh, I see. I'm like, baking only? Is this a coffee cup? No. Baking only, do not microwave. Probably still wouldn't survive a microwave, to be honest, even though I'm sure when this was developed, microwaves were giant refrigerator-sized boxes. We'll go Doctor Who today. I have too many coffee mugs. And that's going. So let's get the milk out. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. And we will do, I think I saw how much I put in here the last time. Since we're going to do it cold, we'll just directly apply it to the French press here. I think we'll just coat the bottom here. Yeah, I'll do about that much. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, and we'll just give this a good stir. It's a plunge, really, the little plunger. And yeah, hang on, let me move my, since we'll be doing most of the stuff over here now, I'll just move this over here so I can keep a monitor on where my head is pointed. Ooh. No, not yet. Okay. All right. Let us froth. Froth, 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 froth. We're introducing air, expanding it, giving it a creamier texture, foaming it up. I don't know if I can do this for a full minute. I can do it for long enough, though. Introducing air into the milk gives it a nice creamy texture. I mean, it's just basically making whipped cream out of it without the sugar. But the aeration will bring out the natural sweetness. And since I'm not into chemistry, I don't know a heck of a lot about that, but I do know that it's pretty cool. Oop. I don't want to churn butter, I just want to froth milk. All right. Just as is, that's pretty nice. Can I just drink that? No. All right, so once we get some movement, we'll come back. I can hear us gurgling. Well, I can hear the pot gurgling. How does I hear me gurgling? But the pot as well. So we're going to start riding the heat just a little bit. Once the coffee starts coming out. Got my hand on the trigger. It's right here. Got my hand on it. It's like, ready to go. Ready to go, buddy. We're going to do this. Come on, you and me. I cleaned the stove up too, by the way. Decided I was getting tired of staring at a stove that needed cleaned. So I cleaned it. Go me. Here we go. I can hear it. I can smell it. Oh, the air starts coming up out of there. There it comes. Smell that raspberry. Just look at how dark. Isn't that crazy? I mean, you're not going to get that from a regular pour over. You might get that kind of darkness from a French press because it sits in it a little longer. But you're not going to get that weird brown, almost like a brownish red, kind of like a dark cherry colored foam. So we're going to tear it down just a little bit. But I kind of know how much water, how much comes out now. Because, and something else I didn't mention, and I probably should have, yesterday, I pretty much drained the water out of the tank. There may have been a very small, minute amount of water at the bottom, covering the bottom, but I got everything out of it, and I'm very, very happy about that. So, okay, so, boy, it's just fun. It's mesmerizing. I mean, it's just something you never really experience. Turn it down just a little bit. Uh-oh, and I got a lady. What are you doing down there? Huh? I'm making coffee. Is that okay with you? Probably not. Bring it back up. See, it's always just so different every time. Because it's like the first time when we watched this and I drank the cup, it seemed to come out a lot more. Let's bring it down a little bit. Because I know that there's more coffee in there. So, there's more coffee in there. Lady is rubbing against my leg. To be honest, you're probably far more interesting than the coffee, aren't you? Little shithead. Still going. Still going. I'm going to turn it off here for a second and see what happens. It is all about just finding the groove. Maybe getting to sputter. Yeah, not enough coffee's coming out now. Now it's all foam. Okay. All right. What's the problem? Oh my goodness. Come here. Come here. My coffee's done. Come here. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing, lady? Huh? How are you? My froth. Froth is still good. You want some froth? You want some froth? Meow. Oh, you silly little thing. Aren't you? You're a silly little thing. All right. That's fun as always. Now let's do our customary no cream first. Raspberry just comes right through. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it is incredibly strong coffee, and you can taste the raspberry. You can actually taste the chocolate as well. But let's look at the volume it still has. Isn't that crazy? Still all that volume. All right, so we're gonna pour. Oh, let's do about that much. Usually it's a shot. And whereas I don't know if this is strong enough or not, we will. I froth it too much? No, not really. I may have frothed it too much. I got overzealous with my frothing, which has been known to happen. Look at this. Look at this now. Can I show this on TV? You are ridiculous. You are ridiculous. Let's see. Oh, needs a better mix. Better mix. There we go. Oh. Pretty much the same as yesterday. The milk adds a wonderful sweetness that cuts through that harsh, bitter coffee that's at its peak of coffeeness. It accents the raspberry and brings out the chocolate very well. Absolutely wonderful. Mm. Oh, that's really nice. And then we'll add you. And we'll take the lid off. Which is what I should have done to start with. Should have took the lid off. So fun. There you go. Probably want to add more coffee to that, actually. Now I'm just going mad. I'm just going crazy with power. That's all the coffee that's in there, actually. Yeah. Did that? Ooh. Did that spill out? Did I not get it tight enough? I guess that's possible. Basically, this is kind of a latte. I think I've created the mat. Yes. So good. I like that. Well, once again, here we are at the end of the coffee review this time. I'll find something else up there tomorrow morning, and we'll get something going. But yeah, this is great. So so this is the raspberry chocolate. It's not listed as dark chocolate, but then again, it's not a dark roast, it's a medium roast, which means it's not as bitter to start with. If you do it in a pour over, there's barely any bitterness. It's just a beautiful blend of raspberry and a hint of chocolate with coffee. In a French press, basically the same thing, except just a little bit higher coffee flavor because it's been sitting in the brew rather than passing, or sitting in the coffee rather than passing through the coffee. This is just, this is pure octane is what this is. Oh, yeah. And then mixed with this foam, it's just so much fun. That's a good time. What are we doing over here? Hey, come here. Come on, everybody. Everybody come here. We're gonna say goodbye. Ready to say goodbye? There's Lady, and there's Indy, and we're all here, aren't we? We are all here. Yes. We are all here, and we all seem to be pretty happy. Unless we're eating the plants. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. They're too busy watching the leaves fly around outside by the window. So, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.